Welcome to the Football Daily. I'm joined this week by Laurence and Johnny. We're here to discuss the 5 things we learned from this weekend's action. Manchester United are title contenders. It's official, isn't it, Johnny?
Was it ever in doubt, really? Come on, under Moyes.
I think it was. For some people, certainly.
Well, in 8th place it didn't look too rosy, but I think it was a very conservative game. That was atypical of Moyes, but I think given Arsenal's form, we kind of needed that, and we were very much more the dogger team, and we wanted it more. We were first at every ball where Arsenal were. You know you've had a good day at the office when you've got 3 or 4 candidates for man of the match, so really good performance. I'm really happy for the boys. I think we're still lacking some creativity, and it seemed that we kind of bypassed and navigated the midfield issue by not carrying the ball in midfield at all.
Laurence, Manchester United for the title?
I think the reason I put United for the title, or put them in with a good chance of it, would not really be so much because of United, but because of the competition in the league and the competitive nature of what goes on.
Yeah.
And there are going to be a lot of surprise results this season.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you could lose 8 games this season and still win the title.
That's right. Yeah.
That's crazy talk in previous seasons, really, isn't it? So, with that being the case, I don't know if it's necessarily that the league is lacking quality, but it's become a lot more competitive, and that possibly is going to benefit United this season with the slow start.
Yeah, well, surely come the end of the season, Manchester United will be there or thereabouts. Will Manchester City, Johnny, I'm sure you're going to enjoy this little chat, but they're struggling away from home. We spoke about Chelsea last week. They can't win away from home, or certainly not doing it very often. And City lost again. I mean, they've lost away to Cardiff, lost away to Aston Villa, and they lost away to Sunderland, who some people think might go down, Laurence.
Sometimes you see them turn it on and sometimes you don't. So I'm wondering about the motivation for this Man City side and how well they're going to be able to sustain themselves this season. I still think a lot of that falls down to Pellegrini and being able to keep them fresh, being able to keep that mentality. Quite honestly, I think there's a bit of a focus on Champions League from this Man City team this season. They want to do quite well there. And so pre and post Champions League games, I think you see a difference in their form.
Yeah, the backline certainly has taken a bit of not company being out for so long. Is a massive miss, no doubt. But that front line shouldn't struggle to score goals, Johnny.
Not really. They were without David Silva, who they certainly missed, a playmaker.
Yeah.
But I mean, what can your excuses be when you've got Aguero, Yaya Toure, who's just in the form of his life at the moment?
That's right.
And Jesus Navas with his pace. And
yeah.
we saw his
and
great
Dzeko's just come on a number of times
gone,
before.
yeah, casually bring on the top class striker, who's
Exactly,
your third choice. The more I see City, the more they look like very well paid mercenaries who don't know each other, don't necessarily speak all the same language, don't know the Man City culture, and I just think they turn up for the big games and not necessarily those in the bottom half.
Tottenham Hotspur aren't scoring goals. They're just not doing it at the moment, Johnny. Why is that?
It's hard to say, isn't it? I think the one focus you've got to look at is Roberto Soldado. The man from Valencia. He's just not really looking at it like he's at the races. He's a big burly guy, so he should be quite suited to the English game.
Yeah.
Whether or not he's just quite exhausted by the pace of it.
Yeah.
That could well be the case.
When it comes to Spurs, you know, you can create as many chances as you want, like they did against Newcastle, and Tim Krul can have a great game.
Well, my goodness, yeah.
And so you could say they're unlucky, but at the same time, the point has to be made. Just finish your chances.
That's right.
Put it where the goalkeeper's not going to get it, and don't give him a chance.
Yeah.
And that's what they lack at the moment. It's not necessarily just finishing. It's creating chances which are actually chances, not just half chances or chances that might go in.
Southampton are challenging for a European place. They are. They're 3 points off the top. Johnny, are they going to finish in the top 4, maybe? The top 5? The top 6?
I think not. I mean, it's a very romantic notion. I really like what they're doing. Fantastic attacking play. But it's a case of if you look past those great individuals, they've got Lallana, Rodriguez, Lambert, a great back four, and 2 fantastic holders in Schneiderlin and Wanyama. When you look beyond that, they don't really have a great squad. And we all know the Premier League is very much a squad game. Okay. So I think that's where they're going to come unstuck. It'd be unfortunate for them because I think it's a great story.
Southampton actually seem to be being quite realistic about this. They're saying 3 seasons, we reckon we can get in the Champions League.
Yeah.
So if you set that out as a goal, they're more than on target for that right now, I think.
In Italy, Juventus beat Napoli 3-0, brushed them aside. The second team played the third place team. Of course, they were first and second last season. Roma are still top, but Juventus got a bit of ground back there. Juventus looking very strong. Still the team to beat, perhaps, despite Roma being unbeaten this season so far.
Roma are the team to beat in Serie A this season because they haven't lost.
Okay, fair enough.
And Juve have only lost 1 game, having said that. They've got the same amount of wins and only 1 draw less. So I'd say they've been unlucky to not have a similar record to Roma this season. They still play great football. Are they going for their 3rd title in a row here?
I think something like that. Yeah.
So.
The only thing that might not serve them so well is that Roma don't have that big European weight on their shoulders this season, and Juve do. And also they want to be building for the future. I think January could be quite a critical time for Juventus this season.
Well, certainly playing some fantastic stuff at the moment in Serie A. Thanks very much for watching. That's what we've got time for this week. Thanks to Laurence and Johnny, of course. Well done, chaps. Excellent stuff. Do leave your comments below and join us next time.